The Detroit Lions head to Green Bay to face their division rival Packers on Sunday. Green Bay currently installed as a 7.5-point favorite on BETDAQ, 53.5 the total in this game. Now, Detroit does have a better record than Green Bay this season, yet we see they're more than a touchdown underdog in this spot. That is because the Packers have a lot of things going for them here. First and foremost, they have beaten the Lions 22 consecutive times in Lambeau Field. Of course, these teams play twice a year, once a year in Green Bay. So the Packers have not lost to the Lions at home since 1991. They've won 14 out of the last 15 overall. Green Bay is coming off a bye week. They're 8-1 against the spread in their last 9 games after a bye. I mean, when you start stacking it up, it doesn't look good for the Detroit Lions. Green Bay, of course, led by their offense. Aaron Rodgers, 3rd in the NFL in pass yards per game this season. Green Bay, 3rd in total offense, 2nd in scoring offense. And Detroit has allowed at least 20 points in all of their 4 games. So, again, that is why we see a 7.5-point number here, even though we don't really know that much about Green Bay this season. I mean, we think we know about Green Bay based on what we've seen over the last few years. But as far as this year's team goes, we've only seen them play 3 times. They've lost 2 of those games, and they clearly don't have a very good defense. 27th in the NFL in yards allowed, 28th against the pass, facing this Detroit passing attack. That's one thing the Lions can do. They can pass the football as well as any team in the NFL. Matt Stafford averaging over 300 pass yards per game this season. And the Detroit offense has a different dimension this year with the addition of Reggie Bush. Bush has helped them in a number of ways, both out of the backfield as a runner and as a receiver. So it's going to be difficult for the Green Bay defense to contain Detroit here. I know the Packers, as we said, have had nothing but success against Detroit in recent years, but the last 3 meetings between these two teams have been decided by 7 points or fewer. And even though this is certainly not one of my favorite games, and again, it's taken a real leap of faith to back the Detroit Lions in this spot, I have a feeling this is too many points here. Do feel like Detroit's going to be able to have some offensive success in this game. And I expect Green Bay to win, but I don't know. 7.5, wouldn't feel comfortable laying that number. I lean towards the Lions and the points.